The sound of birria to me is birria, birria, birria gorda y caliente.
Birria, birria, gorda y caliente. The story goes, my grandmother was making dinner. My dad asked her for a couple pesos to go buy birria. And she read him the riot act. Le rezongó, like he talked back to her saying like, well, when I'm able to, old enough, I'm gonna have as much birria as I can. And then be careful what you wish for.
We came here back in May 31st, 1968.
You know, you come here for opportunity and you come here for a better life. And my dad's dad came over, worked the fields in Fresno, and then moved the whole family to Chicago. It's very blatantly the American dream, right?
Oh my God. Good job, Gio. Muy bien, muy bien.
And the first thing he asked was, are you guys hungry? And he goes, I'm going to take you so that you can have una hamburguesa. I'm like, what is that? And sure enough, he took us to a diner. And we had the hamburguesa, the hamburger, with fries and a Coke. And we were in heaven.
Esa es una muestra del taco de cabeza. Se lo recomiendo para que otra vez que vengan.
Grandfather taught himself how to be a tax accountant. And then my dad and mom worked in for Fortune 500 companies. It was a pathway to the middle class, right? And they achieved that. They gave us, solid education, but instilled in us the values of a blue collar approach to work,
¿Estás bien? Ándale pues, provecho, ¿Sí? La quesabirria. Oh my God. Esa es una combinación de una enchilada, una quesadilla y un taco. O sea, olvídate, con dos de estas y tienes que ir a dormir porque te vas mañana. Provecho,
Lost my job right around 2008. It pushed me to kind of follow my dream, per se. I always thought about this. And I ended up going to Mexico back and forth, just studying how to make the birria. Went to my hometown and I learned under the top birriero.
¿Así como va?
Hey.
Como va sentada la carne, así va sentada ya.
Así, mira, okay.
It was a quest to have access to the flavors he grew up with. And that just became something bigger. I always say they caught lightning in a bottle when they opened Birria Zaragoza.
The local family-owned business has served up both flavor and tradition, building an entire menu around one item, birria.
When we started, it was wood-burning oven, and it was in our backyard. For my next trick. I was 12 when they were building the oven, my dad and my grandpa, and I was just like the gopher, go get this, and I grab the wrong tool and come back and hold the flashlight, and It was word of mouth, and then slowly it started getting busier, where people would tell other people, and to the point where we had some enough traffic where police were notified and they stopped by, and in true Chicago fashion, they were bribed with tacos to let us kind of keep operating this fly-by-night situation.
It kind of snuck up on us. I mean, from my perspective, I'm like, oh my God, we're selling $17.50 a day. And then all of a sudden it just starts, people start liking it. And
when you open a restaurant, it's yours, but the moment you open the door, it becomes everybody else's.
It was a good feeling, but it was difficult now in hindsight to stop and really enjoy the moment. We have pictures when he first started, a young kid, I would say. And what a transformation it has been for him.
I've always had a knack for cooking. It just was such a huge part of our family life. I think I was 20 when I got my first Michelin restaurant job.
Since we opened up, he would leave periodically and then come back. But it was always a good thing because when he would come back, he knew more.
Yeah, it's like the mafia. Bring it back in. I've never been a part of the mafia, just for the record here. Zaragoza. I was employee number 1, and I didn't realize that some people didn't have the luxury to go back to Mexico to try the birria because they just didn't have the correct papers or whatever it was. So later on, I learned what the restaurant meant to people because of that fact. And we wanted to make people feel like they're in their house, they're welcomed, and maybe it's their first time having birria, but the feeling is of welcoming, you belong here kind of thing. So I think that's what resonates with people, I guess. I left the family restaurant earlier this year to really take a big hack at, growing these channels and stuff. So I have 2 cameras. A cam is the one with the big monitor there, and then B cam is the little guy with the shotgun mic on there. What's up, guys? Today we're making a salsa campechana. We're mixing 2 different salsas together. We're gonna use some dry chiles, some fresh chiles, tomatillos, and tomatoes, and we're gonna make an amazing salsa. Let's get cooking. That texture's dope. I love that texture. Yes. This is going on our tamales with the birria.
Uno de los restaurantes más emblemáticos de Chicago, famoso por su birria de chivo y por aparecer además en series como The Bear y Taco Chronicles, pues sufrió un incendio y se vio obligado a cerrar sus puertas.
Así es, la comunidad.
Yeah, it's a bunch of memories just walking in. It's interesting right now as you asked me. I can still see the shadows there of the interaction, the good vibes, the food, and the stories that are being told, the music, and above all, the aroma, the tortillas being made right here in the front. Everybody, yeah, I know. That's, it touches my heart because that's what they did. Who told these guys that? It's exciting, and makes my eyes wanna water. Back. Oh, I got to get something from the basement. Yeah, come on. This is what was left over with the upstairs, the stove how can a stove burn? I'm gonna resurrect it just so that's a sign that I'm not giving up. They said, "Do you want me to throw this out?" I said, "No, I'm gonna carry it." Chicago's been our home. It's a beautiful city. Yeah, it's cold like right now, but it's part of it. The snow, people complaining, it's freezing. But we deal with it. I was just looking at those customers that were looking for us again. Hopefully we can get back on track one of these days and feed them again.
How do you want it? In chunks, pieces, little small pieces, or what? Once it roasts, it's gonna separate. And then in the next one minute, roast it over chop. You're gonna roast it in lard. Running a business and then trying to be a family at the same time doesn't really go hand in hand a lot of the times, especially if it's your first go around at it, which it was.
We were all brand new. We didn't know what we were doing as far as starting a business,
The train left the station and it was like temperatures got a little too hot and where they cooled off, and then we cracked back at it.
The pozole, I make it like my mom made it, and then he says, I'm gonna make it different. And he started making it, but he roasted the carnitas. You make carnitas, right?
I do stock for the pozole. So they just throw their stuff in water and sign of the cross and hope it comes out right. But make your stock. Yeah.
Yeah, but he made it with carnitas, homemade carnitas, and it was just out of this world. And I said, okay, I'm going to shut up.
Sometimes, we didn't see eye to eye. That kind of pushed us apart at times, but it also helped us grow as individual and then father and son.
I like the vibe now. I think I enjoy not being as involved in the restaurant, I will say, because I get to see my family for them, and being that little distance is like important for me personally.
We had to grab a wrench and tighten the bolts as the train. It never stopped. It stopped now because of the fire. The train stopped. I'm like, oh, now what? But it gave us a chance to just reminisce and take in everything that we had gone through.
It's nice. It's like, good Lord. It's good. You try it?
Oh yeah.
That's fire. A ver de textura.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we're good.
That's really good. Want to try North?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it need to cool down a little bit before we make some
Do I
others?
need to bring my spoon?
Yeah, just the bowl. Don't like flip the meat onto the table.
Got it.
Jet, get out of there.
Jetty, get down.
This is gonna work.
Nature's freezer.
Nature's freezer for sure.
Let me see how you do this. All right.
So you just take it. Here, you're probably better off with the small one there. Take
I've
it.
never used a spatula. I use a spoon.
Oh yeah, you do your thing. So you could just kind of get it as smooth as possible.
Yeah.
Do a little bit of.
Here, you set the example. Let me see this.
So hook them up.
That feeling looks good.
So like that.
What's a baby boy?
It's a small one. Zaragozas, I don't want to play it down, but there's millions of people in the city doing exactly what we're doing, just in their own way, and different foods, different industries and stuff, and that I think is what makes Chicago great. It's just people are here, like they're doing their thing, and that's what makes Chicago amazing.
Over here. We use your muscles. No, actually, it's perfect.
Ready?
Yep.
Oh, sheesh, Louise. It's a big boy.
It's not easy, it's not easy getting to where you're at, even for us, right? Getting here. It wasn't just given to us. You have to work hard, and you are going to have some of the bad experiences in life, but the outlook, the perspective is it matters a lot. And you always need someone that you can, lean upon.
I would like to see a redemption arc for the family restaurant after the fire. Put your plate up here, Dad. You're there for so long, it's like undeniable the energy that is received and given if you're in a place, a physical space for a long time. And I think that would be really cool to see.
Birria, the word birria, it means a mixture of everything. Big old melting pot of flavors, food, and then for me, it's the people too. So.
Nos dejamos hace tiempo, pero no llegó el momento de perder. Tú tenías mucha razón, le hago caso al corazón y me muero por volver. Y volver, volver.
See if I can do it.
Volver.